Hi everyone. In today's session, we will discuss about what is Selenium IDE and what are the major points related to Selenium IDE. Okay, so let's start with the introduction to Selenium IDE. As you can see that Selenium IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So IDE is a graphics tool to automate web applications. Okay, so using Selenium IDE, you have some tool that is UI based and you can perform web automation. Okay, and these are major 6 points related to Selenium IDE. Okay, let's discuss this one by one. Okay, so Selenium IDE is a part of Selenium Suite. Okay, I hope you heard about that. What is Selenium Suite? Selenium Suite has four components. Selenium IDE is the first. Okay, and second is Selenium RC, that is deprecated now and also known as Selenium 1. Okay. And third component is Selenium WebDriver, also known as Selenium 2. Okay, that is used to uh, automate web applications with large number of test scenarios. Okay, and fourth component is Selenium Grid. If you want to achieve parallel automation, let's suppose you have 500 test cases related to some web application and you want to run those 500 test cases parallelly on Chrome browser and Firefox browser. Okay, in that case, Selenium Grid is the right tool. Okay, and one more thing, let's suppose if you want to work with Selenium IDE, you don't need to install all these components. Okay, Selenium Suite is nothing, just a logical grouping of all the Selenium components. Okay, let's suppose if you want to work with Selenium WebDriver, you don't need to install Selenium Grid also. Okay, you can install the WebDriver only and start working on your project. Okay, so let's come to the next point. So next point is record and playback tool. Selenium IDE is known as record and playback tool. Why is called a record and playback tool? Because when you open Selenium IDE or you launch Selenium IDE on any browser, Chrome or Firefox browser, okay, there is one button, record. When you click on that button, it will start recording the script. Now, when you click on the record button, it will launch one browser and you can perform operations like opening website, entering username, entering password, clicking on some button. Okay, the operation which you perform on that website will be recorded in Selenium IDE as a script. Okay, and once you are done with your operations, let's suppose you want to automate Gmail login scenario. Okay, what is Gmail login scenario? Okay, scenario is open Gmail website. Okay, and then enter username and enter your password, then press login. Okay, after that it should be login. And in automation, how will you verify that? By checking that inbox element should be visible on the screen, right? This is the validation point for test case. Now we have to automate this scenario in Selenium IDE. So we will launch Selenium IDE from browser and then click on record button. It will ask you to enter base URL. So you will enter URL of gmail.com. Okay, and it will launch the browser. Now you have to enter the username and password field, then click on login button. Okay, now there should be one validation point, that either inbox element is visible or sent element is visible, right? If these elements are visible, that means you have successfully logged into the Gmail application. Now you can stop the recording. Okay, the script will be saved to your Selenium ID. Now there is a play button. You can click on that play button and it will start running the script. Okay, it will launch the browser and open the gmail.com and enter the password and username and click on login operation. Okay, and verify that whether the inbox element is visible or not. Okay, that's why it's called recorder and playback tool. And the next point is Selenium ID is used for only small script. Okay, if you have like 1 or 2 test cases or 10 test cases, you can use Selenium ID. If you have more than 100 test cases or you have large test cases, this is not the good tool. Okay, this is not the right tool, you can say. This can help you to implement Selenium WebDriver in project. Okay, you can use Selenium IDE to fetch the locators, uh, fetch the small scripts, and okay, and just like capture the behavior of some functionality. But this is not the right tool to uh, complete the whole project. Okay, because it's hard to scale, and it doesn't handle complex operations like in Selenium IDE you cannot handle multiple browser windows. Okay, so let's discuss about next point. Next point is you can use Selenium IDE on Chrome browser as well as Firefox browser. Few years back, Selenium IDE was supported only on for Firefox browser, and there was no support for Chrome browser. But right now, you can install Selenium IDE on Chrome browser as well as Firefox browser. In the next session, we will see how to install Selenium IDE on Chrome browser and Firefox browser also. Okay, so let's discuss next point. Selenium IDE is an open source tool. Okay, if you want to work with Selenium IDE, it doesn't require any license key. It is totally free. And next point is to use Selenium IDE, it doesn't require any experience of any programming language. Okay, let's suppose I'm a manual tester and I don't have experience in writing Java code or C# code or any language code. Okay, I can still use Selenium IDE because to use Selenium IDE, you just need Chrome browser or Firefox browser. Okay, this is a browser extension. You can launch it and click on record button and play button. So this is very easy tool to use. Okay guys, that's all for today. This is just these are the few points related to Selenium IDE. In the next session, we will see how to install the Selenium IDE on Chrome browser and Firefox browser, and after that we will see how to use Selenium IDE. Okay, so okay guys, bye bye, take care.